Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time we do a tier list. And this tier list is going to be Shujinko Synergy with Everyone, because I just finished my Learning Everyone with Shujinko series. And that series was a lot of fun. I learned everyone with Shujinko. It's exactly how it sounds like. I learned combos, pretty much, yeah, I just learned combos with Shujinko with every character. And you know what? Some characters really synergize well with Shujinko, while others really do not. Now, I'm going to be basing this on a few things, right? For one, practicality, like how practical is Shujinko with this character? And then another factor I'm going to take in is how fun are they? Like, are they actually fun to use with Shujinko? And then the last factor is probably just going to be damage. Do they get a lot of damage? Those are going to be the three factors that I am going to be basing this on. Practicality could be damage, but practicality is also for like T1000 is really practical, but that's because you get like really easy corner mix-ups, but you don't get like the biggest damage out of some of the combos. But anyway, enough of that. Let's actually get into it. Liu Kang. Liu Kang's actually pretty damn good with Shujinko. Like he has a lot of synergy practicality. He doesn't really have hard time opening people up on his own. So I'd be inclined to put him in maybe like lower A tier, maybe high B tier. I wouldn't say he's near S tier that much. But I think we're gonna start him out in A. We can move him around later if we want to. But he has good pressure on his own, so like that's the thing with Shujinko. You need a character who already has good pressure on their own. And damage wise, he's not lacking in damage at all. Like he has really big damage, especially in the corner. Oh my god, you get so much corner damage. So you get really big damage, you get big corner damage. Practicality. Is he fun though? I'd say yes. He's actually fun. He's simple, but he is fun. He's just like the only thing about it, he's super simple, but yeah, the combos do get kind of fun in the corner, so I'd say he's pretty strong A tier. I wouldn't say he's S tier because he is super simple. That does kind of like go against him, is because there's not a lot of creativity you can really do other than in a corner with. It's not really that creative. You're just spinning a bar on your dragon, and you're getting another like standing 3/3. So I'd say A tier. He is pretty strong, but he's not. He is still really simple and not really like that complicated with Shujinko, or you can't really do anything too complicated or cool with him. It's kind of the same combo like the whole time. Anyway, Kung Lao. Kung Lao is probably right next to Liu Kang. I just like learned him, so he's fresh in my mind. I'd say, damage wise, he does get a decent amount of damage. Maybe not as much as Liu Kang, but he still gets a good amount of damage. In the corner, I'd argue it's just as much. Like, maybe not as much as Liu Kang in the corner, but he does get a lot of corner damage. When it comes to like being creative and practicality with him, I'd say it's a little less than Liu Kang, just because there's a few buttons that he has that don't really get much use with Shujinko. Like a lot of his other pop-ups that he has don't really work well with Shujinko. Like his like rising kick or whatever, that doesn't really do much damage when you incorporate Shujinko into it, and you can't really use it at the end of the combo either, so you can't extend it. But on his own though, like with Shujinko, he does get a lot of damage. He does have a combo extension that does work with Shujinko. It's just not all of them. And really, it's a good team. So right now we got two A tiers, and then we're moving on to Raiden. Raiden, probably gonna put him in B tier. I'd say he's practical with Shujinko. He does get like good consistent combo damage with him. Raiden has decent pressure on his own. However, the fun factor, I'd say it's not as fun as the other two characters I just mentioned. Probably because like the combo variety there's not that much combo variety. Like it's just forward 3/4 anytime you get a pop-up, and then it's just the same combo pretty much every time. So you really are just getting the same combo every time. It's not really that like creative. You can't. I remember I did try a lot to like do other type of combos, but everything else just didn't do as much damage as just a normal forward 3/4 for him. So everything was just kind of the same with him. It didn't really look like anything interesting. So that's why I'm putting him in B tier. Geras. All right, Geras. Unsure right now. It's been a little while. Hold on. I think we're gonna put him probably in front of Raiden, so along in B tier. He is. I'd say fun factor. He's really fun. Practicality. Honestly, hold on. Maybe I might put him in A tier because he is fun. I will say, like the combos are kind of complicated. There's a lot of creative combos you can do. There's a lot of like optimals and non-optimals I can try and do. Some are a lot harder than others. And then there is a lot of creative combos you can do. Practicality wise, I'd say it's sort of practical. I'd say other cameos might be better, but that's probably why I'm gonna maybe put him in low A tier once I get other characters up in here. But there's some pretty cool stuff you can do with Gearus. Damage-wise, he definitely does have damage. Honestly, I might put him in front of... hold on a second. Honestly, I might put him in front of Liu Kang. Like, he actually just has, like, a lot more cooler-looking combos than these two. And, you know, the damage is also really good. It might not be as good as, say, like... The damage might not be as good as these other two. At least, especially with Liu Kang in the corner. But I'd say the combos are... There's a lot more variety when it comes to them. So just because of how much variety he does have, I'm going to put him up high A tier. Alright, moving on to Li Mei. Now, there's a couple things about Li Mei. When I was trying to learn her with Shujinko, I would normally, I think, probably put her in C tier when I first tried to learn her. However, someone did comment on that video, and they did show me like a video of someone else playing Li Mei Shujinko, like a combo collection, and it did look like I really did kind of drop the ball on that one. I remember you can, in fact, get a Sky Lantern after a Crumple Stun, and I just couldn't get it because apparently the timing is really hard on it, but you can do it. So because of that, I might put her in B or maybe high C. I don't know. We'll see how this list goes, but I'd say she's like either low B or high C. Mainly because it is really hard to do those optimals, but the combos I tried to do, which I may consider their normal bread and butter, no, they're not really that great. Like fun wise, it's okay fun. It's not like that interesting. Practicality, I don't think it's that practical. The optimals you can do with her that do a lot of damage are really hard to get, and the stuff that you are easier to get, well, that doesn't do that much damage. So I think we're gonna leave her in C tier for now. We're gonna see how the list grows. All right, Katana. I just learned Katana. And I think I might also put her in C tier because she does have a really cool Crumple Stun combo. I'd say she's actually a little better than Li Mei. She has a really cool like Crumple Stun combo when it comes to one of her fan moves. But, it's really not that interesting because it's kind of similar to Raiden where like it's kind of just the same combo like after any pop-up really. Like, damage-wise, I think she actually has less damage than probably... She has, like, a similar amount of damage to Raiden. I think maybe a little less than Li Mei. Actually, I'd say around the... I'd say all three of these are around the same amount of damage, like, when it comes to Shujinko. So, yeah, I'd say this is accurate so far. Melina. I'd say this is an easy S tier. Like, I freaking love this team. I might be biased because honestly, I don't think I'm that biased because I never played Melina before. I started this series, and after I started this series, I started playing Melina on my own time, like a lot. Like the team is super fun. All right, the combo damage is immensely high, and the practicality is pretty practical. I mean, I'm not like that great at Melina's pressure, but her pressure is already pretty simple and good anyway. And, like, pretty much any touch can lead to, like, without a move steal, most touches are going to be, like, over 40%. Even, like, a random ball roll. Like, with move stealing, too, like, almost every move steal combo is, like, 50% or more. Like, it's, oh, god damn. Like, 47% on the low tier of, like, move steal scaling, but then, like, average move steal scaling, you're getting, like, 50%. And the combos are really fun. I love the combos. Like they're just so fun to do. So this is an easy S tier. The first S tier so far. All right, moving on to Tanya. Tanya, I'd say probably along with these three in C tier. I'd say lower C tier as well, just because, man, I had a really hard time coming up with fun stuff with her. She's not that fun with Shujinko. I had a really hard time coming up with things like that were, I guess, consistent. A lot of it was not that consistent to do. Maybe I'm just a bad Tanya player, but damn, so many of her combos just took so long to do. And I felt like they were simple too. Like I feel like I was doing really simple stuff, but damn, it just kept dropping, seemingly for no reason. Took me a long time to figure out some stuff, and they really didn't do that much damage. Damage-wise, yeah, she's one of the lowest on here so far. Like, I couldn't come up with some high damage combos with her. Like, I had to get, like, a really high, or really good scaling move steal just to get almost 50%. So I think I'm leaving her down here. Practicality is also mine, not that good. I think her pressure, she does need some cameo help to get some good pressure. So that's where I'm leaving Tanya. Next up, Scorpion. I'd say Scorpion's probably B tier. Maybe right behind Raiden, or maybe in front of Raiden. I'd say in front of Raiden. He's a little better than Raiden. The only thing is that, like, the only difference between the two is that Scorpion does have a little bit of variety. with his combos is because like his corner combos are pretty different from his mid screen combos, and they are kind of fun to do. Like they're the optimals are not that hard, but they're satisfying to land. Granted, a lot of them could seem like a lot of the same two hit string, but if you try and do the optimals, it does look pretty interesting once you get to the optimals. And the move stealing stuff is also pretty cool too. And if you want to, it's super easy to spend bar with them as well, so that's also a good plus. I also didn't mention spending bar with any of these characters. Spending bar with Raiden's really easy. Tanya is kind of a necessity because without bar, she lacking damage like so much. Lee May, I think, was pretty difficult. Katana was also pretty easy to spend bar with. And then these three as well are super nice to spend bar with. And then Melina, obviously, goddamn spending bar, doesn't really do much for you, I ain't gonna lie. There's her like straight size you can do for bar, and it does do a lot of damage if you spend it, but it does cost 2 bars. But anyway, yes, Scorpion, pretty fun. Pretty fun, not like a lot of fun, but he's pretty good. Sub-Zero, I'm probably gonna put him right in front of Scorpion. I'd say he is really fun to do. He's pretty practical. Damage wise is actually a lot. Honestly, you know what? I'm kind of glazing up right now. I'm gonna put him in low A tier. I think this is where he should belong. He's not. I don't think he's as good as these three, but he's still pretty good with Shujinko. Like they're like Sub-Zero usually suffers from like really bad damage scaling and a lot of bad damage. And I did also record his session before he got buffed with his ice scaling. So he actually probably does more damage now than when I recorded that video. So that's kind of crazy. Because he was pulling off like 47, 50% corner combos with move stealing. But I had a really shitty move steal too. Like I had Sindel's, which scaling wise is fine, but I wasn't able to get any of the cool optimal stuff because the freaking gravity on it was terrible for Sub-Zero. But anyway, Sub-Zero was pretty good. Good scaling, good. He has good practicality with him, a lot of damage, and he's pretty fun with him. So I like that. All right, we're finally moving on to one of my actual mains, Reptile. Now here's the thing about Reptile. All right. I'm not just going to put all my mains in S tier, because frankly, I don't think Reptile is an S tier. I think maybe he's like high A tier. I honestly don't, and the only reason I'm putting him behind Agiris is because I don't think Reptile has that much like variety with his combos. Like pretty much, if you're mid screen, it's going to be the same combo every time. Like if you get you either get a crumple stun into that forward 2-3 into like a normal ender, or you're getting a pop-up in the forward 2-3 into, crumple stun and then ball ender. And then in the corner, it varies slightly. Like, there's a couple of cool corner combos you can do with him, but I'd say variety-wise, there's not a lot of, like, things you can really do with Reptile Shujinko. Granted, the damage is really high with this team. Like, the damage is really freaking high. In the corner, you can get a lot of damage. But practicality, I'd say it's honestly not that practical. I mean, opening people up with Reptile is kind of difficult, to be honest. At least when it comes to opening them up with like a back 3 or a back 2 or a charge up back 2 or like any other button that doesn't pop them up, like a sweep or like something, or like his dash. Like opening people up with them is kind of hard with Shujinko because you don't have a lot of tools to open them up with like throw combos or anything like that. So that's where he's like pretty weak with Shujinko, but everything else with Shujinko is nice. I enjoy him a lot. He is one of my mains with Shujinko, but alas, there's not a lot of variety with him. Alright, moving on to Smoke. Smoke is actually really fun with Shujinko. I don't play a lot of Smoke. I don't really play him at all. But I'd say he's probably right next to Geras, just because he does have a lot of variety with his combos. Has a ton of damage with the combos, and like I feel like there should be more Smoke and Shujinko players. They're actually like, this is a good team. I mean, you can either end anything in like a crumple stun, you can end it in damage, you can end it in a invisible setup. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do with this team, but I never see it. And then move stealing combos are goddamn, they're huge. Like they are massive, and Smoke has no problem opening people up on his own. Obviously, like this is just a really good team. Like goddamn. I think we're moving on to Rain. Rain is tough. Rain has a lot of damage, I would say. Like the damage on Rain, I'm probably gonna put him in like C tier, maybe right next to Katana. Like Rain is so hard to do with Shujinko. Like there's really only corner combos you can do with him. Honestly, I think because of that, I might put him behind Lee May. Like the corner combos are the only thing you can do with move stealing. Like I remember I tried him with like Peacemaker, and that move steal doesn't push him that far away. but yet I couldn't get any hit with after a move steal with his buttons. Like his buttons are so like T-Rex arms and so slow that you just are not really able to get a follow up at all. So the corner is the only place you can really get anything like worth move stealing. Honestly, god damn it! I think after saying all that, I might have to. Is he my first D tier? Because his damage is good, but his practicality sucks so much. Like you can only get corner combos. Like you can get like normal non move steal combos with him pretty easily. But damn, you move stealing is so awful with him. I think he might be my first D tier. We'll determine later. We will move people around to the end, but I think he might be D. Okay, Johnny Cage. No, Johnny Cage is actually really good. I might put him. Let me think about this. I think I'm gonna put him right in between these two. I think Johnny is really good with Shujinko. Johnny obviously has no problem opening people up on his own. So practicality wise, you get a decent amount of damage with just Johnny pressure. And then if you decide to move steal in the corner as well, oh my dude, his corner combos are pretty cool. And I've seen a lot of really creative Johnny Shujinko combos, especially in my Discord. People have been like posting some stuff on that, and they're pretty cool. Well, honestly, I might put him in front of Reptile. Honestly, I think he's in this category. All right, Kenshi. Yeah, Kenji's an easy D tier. Kenji really sucks with Shujinko. And I think that's, mainly because of the fact that he doesn't work when Sento's out, so you can't actually do any Sento Shujinko combos. And the only redeeming factor about the team is that, like, if you do hit the enemy, you can go into a crumple stun and then just go into a Sento combo, or a Sento setup. You can't actually combo Sento from a crumple stun, which kind of sucks, but yeah, this team, it doesn't have any damage. Like, there's no damage with this team. Like, I think I barely breached, like, 45% maybe. And that was, like, in the corner, like, trying to get as optimal as I can, probably spending a bar or two. So, damage-wise, it's pretty low. Practicality-wise, there's, like, one use for it. And fun-wise, it's definitely not that fun. So, this is easy D tier right here. Alright, Baraka. Baraka is probably going to be high C tier. He's not that good with Shujinko, but he does have decent damage with Shujinko when you do land hits. I'd say fun-wise, it's pretty fun. Like, it's not, like, that unfun, but however, the variety really, like, there's not any variety with these combos at all. Like, the corner combos, I don't remember there being any, like, actual corner combos with this team. Like, I think it was just the same as the mid-screen combos. Like, this team had, I think, a decent amount of damage. I don't think it was as much as some of these other people, but I think it was still better than these three, though, especially Tanya. But because Baraka does have decent pressure, I am gonna leave him in higher C tier. At least for now, maybe. I might put him lower, honestly. I'm gonna put you below Katana. Okay. Havoc. Okay, Havoc is probably S tier. No, Havoc's an easy S tier. I actually think I definitely like Melina more than Havoc. But Havoc is definitely S tier with Shujinko. Havoc already has really good pressure on his own at this point with his buffs. He has, like, extremely high damage with the team, with move stealing especially. Hell yeah. And there is a lot of variety with the team as well. There are, like, a lot of different combo routes you can take. And, like, there's corner combos too. Like, this is a pretty fun team. I think that's really all I gotta say about Havoc. He's just a really fucking good, like, in general, but with Shujinko, and now he just has a bunch of damage. Is Movado better? Probably. But I don't think he's as fun. Anyway, moving on to Ashra. Ashra's probably right here. Ashra's not really that good with Shujinko. She has the same problem with Tanya, where you need a bar in order to get some actual damage. But Ashra also has a lot of damage with a bar, unlike Tanya. Like, I was able to get, like, near 50%, and then when I had, like, the damage boost, I was actually getting well over 50% with my combos. So the damage-wise, it is not lacking, but you do need a bar to actually get some damage. So without bar, you kind of weren't really getting that much damage. Fun-wise, I say she was pretty fun. Her combos were fun. I liked them. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep her here just because you need a bar to actually get anything good with her. Alright, Sindel. Yeah, we're putting Sindel D. No, right behind Kenshi. Not as bad as Kenshi, but I think Sindel was pretty bad. Like, Sindel just doesn't pair well with Shujinko. Like, she has so much stuff that, like, kind of just pops him up already. And getting move steal combos is probably already really tough with her. But, like, she just didn't have any damage. Like, I'd say damage-wise, she was maybe one of the worst. Maybe other than, like, Kenshi. Like, Tanya was bad. I think, yeah, Tanya is also one of the worst, but damn, I was not able to get that much damage with Sindel. And her combos were just not that fun to do for me. I don't know. Something about it was just, like, not that great. I remember I did not have a fun time learning Sindel. Her combos were just not, like, fun. You couldn't really do anything that interesting with them. And, yeah, did no damage. So, yeah, easy D tier. General Shao. So, this is a character that is an easy S tier. I think let me say it's probably not. I think Melina might be my favorite so far, at least. Uh, let's see. No, I'd say it's probably in front of Havoc, honestly. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with General Shao. General Shao does have a little more variety than Havoc. And also the fun factor, General Shao was really fun with Shujinko. I don't really know if I'm gonna play General Shao, but damn, he was pretty fun. There was a lot of different stuff you could do with the team. There was really good damage. There was like that axe buff that definitely gave you a lot more damage. Even without it, you were still clearing 50% easily. Like move stealing, yeah, move stealing was really good with him. I didn't even do like the optimal stuff when I was learning him, and I was still breaching over 50%. And I was having a blast doing it. All right, I think that's General Shao. Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung is, I'd say he's probably, honestly, I mean, look, I didn't have a lot of fun with him, but he has a lot of potential to be fun. I'm debating whether to put him high C or low B. I think I'm gonna put him high C. I think he was more practical, but like, damn, I just don't find Shang Tsung combos that fun to do. Damage wise, he was on the lower end. He didn't really do that much damage, but I think practicality wise, you can probably do some really cool combos with him with like his morph, all his morph combos you can do. So variety wise, it's pretty high up there. For me, fun wise, pretty low. I don't find him that fun. I think I might want to do a little bit of changing. I'm gonna put Sub Zero down here, and okay, I think I might also put Kung Lao down here. I know Kung Lao was really good, but like we gotta spread it out a little bit. I might move him back up later, but right now I want to keep a little even. All right, Natara. God damn it, Natara was really good. Like probably better than Reptile. Like god damn. She had so much damage. Like she had a fuck ton of damage, and I mean, truth be told, her combos were kind of fun to do. Practicality wise, yeah. Honestly, I might put her in front of Smoke. Like she has no problem opening people up on her own. She has a ton of damage, and it's just, I mean, god damn. I might honestly, I think I might move Gearus down a little bit. I think I overestimated Gear. He does have a lot of variety with his combos, but I don't know. I think his practicality isn't as good as I thought it was. I might move him all the way down here, to be honest. He still has more variety than Liu Kang, but like, I don't think he's actually as good as I thought he was. Natara, god damn, Natara. The damage was insane when I was learning her. Like that, it was nuts. It was just nuts. All right, we're almost there. Moving on to Reiko. Reiko was not that good. He was just not that good. I think I might put him in like high D tier. I don't think he was as. I think he was probably worse than these people. Like his damage wasn't the worst, but damn, his practicality is really low. Like there was not a I didn't see a lot of like reasons to play Shujinko with Reiko. Like I damn that the team just isn't good. The damage was all right. Practicality, I don't think you're ever gonna land a hit with Reiko and Shujinko. The whole thing about Reiko is you do have like all this command grab shit, and with Shujinko having no command grab like combo potential, I just don't see the team doing good at all. The combos weren't really that fun to do. They were kind of samey when I got like closer to like like more optimal stuff. But I'd say low D tier for Reiko. He's not really that fun. All right, let's just get this out of the way. Anyway, moving on. All right, maybe I. All right, look, I might be just biased. All right, but Omni-Man's so fucking good with Shujinko. Like I'm pretty sure I just mastered the shit out of this team. Like there's just no way like he's not S tier. Like he has so much synergy with Shujinko. It's crazy. Like any hit is leading to pretty much near 40% or over 40% combos. When you get into move stealing, I mean, if you have optimal move stealing combos with the bounce ups, you're definitely getting 50% for those. I will say, I think honestly, damn, Melina might be better. I'd say fun wise, I like Omni-Man more, but god damn, Melina just has really, really easy 50% combos. Look, I'm trying to make this as fair as possible, and I know most of you people are Omni-Man mains, but I think you should give Melina a shot. I mean, goddamn, this might be more accurate, to be honest. Like, I know, like, fun-wise, I do like Omni-Man more, but practicality, holy shit, Melina really works with Shujinko. So does Omni-Man, though. Omni-Man synergy with Shujinko is also really good. These two might be right next to each other. God, it's really hard. It's really hard to pair up these two. I know there's a few others coming up that I'm also gonna have a hard time with, but like, damn, these two are pretty close. I'm gonna put Omni-Man here, just because. All right, Quan Chi. Quan Chi is probably right here. He's not that bad with Shujinko, but like, damn, he's really like he doesn't get a whole lot of damage. The combos are pretty much the same. Like, there's not that much variety with them. The corner combos are kind of interesting. Like, the corner combos are pretty interesting with him. The setup potential is also nice when it comes to like the armor portal. You can do that a lot. Damage wise, also okay. I think everything is just like okay with Shujinko. Like, it's kind of just okay, along with like maybe Baraka. He's kind of like the same like level with Baraka. All right, Peacemaker. Peacemaker is probably gonna be B tier. I'd say right in front of probably in between Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I'd say this team is a little underrated. I mean, the damage is there. Peacemaker, I will say Peacemaker, practicality wise, doesn't really like he does have a hard time opening people up on his own. Like, yeah, the team is hard. It's pretty hard to do because of that. But then again, Omni-Man also is really hard to open people up on his own. And I mean, look where I got with him. So don't let that be an excuse. But I will say, the combos are not that consistent. At least his optimal ones that I figured out are not that consistent. There's a lot of variety. There's a decent amount of variety in there, more than Scorpion for sure. His corner combos are really cool. You can do like different variations of them to make them easier or more optimal. So I say Peacemaker's just pretty solid, like pretty much like middle B tier. All right, Ermac. Ermac, boy, Ermac wasn't God damn it, Ermac. That's Ermac is right here. I think Katana's a little better than Ermac, but Ermac is really not that good with Shujinko. Honestly, I'd probably put him maybe right here. I'd say these two are better, but Ermac is not that great. Like, pressure-wise, he's fine on his own, but it's the damage that really suffers with this team. Like, there is not any damage you can really get with this team. Like, you have to spend, like, you definitely have to spend a bar if you want good damage. And even if you do spend a bar, it's not that much damage. It's, like, honestly, I might put him right next to Tanya. Like, goddamn. I think he actually is right next to Tanya, just because of how much you have to rely on bar just to get any damage. Like, the pressure is better than Tanya, but damn, you're just not getting that much damage. Alright, Homelander. Homelander, god damn it. Homelander's damage is good. Homelander's pressure is good, but you're really not going to get that many move stealing with him. So I'm tempted to put him in low, I'm going to put him in low B tier. I might put him in high C tier later. So the reason this team is so hard, right, is because most of the way Homelander opens people up is either with his forward 4 or with his like air cancel 4. And both of those ways you can't really, combo into Shujinko, at least when it comes to move stealing. Like, if you want to get some cool move stealing combos, it's really hard to do with this team. But damage-wise, it's definitely not lacking. There is some synergy in there, especially with the crumple stun. You can still get a crumple stun like late into the combo and still get a little bit more at the end of it. But yeah, every way that Homelander opens you up, which he does open you up a lot, but every single way is kind of already a pop-up on its own. And you're not getting any command grab combos either, so this team isn't really that good. I might put him low C tier, and I think we're going to put Tanya over here. I think this is so far pretty accurate. Okay. Takeda. Takeda is probably, oh boy. I think damage-wise he's not lacking. But however, variety-wise, there is like zero variety with this team. There's like one combo. There's actually like there's one variation of a combo that you do, whether it's with like non-move stealing or move stealing. There's one combo. And that's like if you get any pop-up or any hit, right, and you don't have a move steal, you get like that overhead kick pop-up, or you get a move steal pop-up. And both of those options, you do a forward 2 into another pop-up, into a hit into a crumple stun, and then you end it the same way. It's like the same combo every single time. Even in the corner. There's no corner combos with this team. I think I did come up with a corner combo, it just didn't do as much damage, and it was not that interesting. So like, yeah, there's really not that much variety with it, fun wise. I think it's the same thing. It's not that fun, just because you're doing the same combo like every time. So I think he's gonna go here. Ermac, go down here. Okay, we're at Cyrax. I think that's pretty accurate. Yeah, Cyrax is just not that like. There's no damage. Honestly, it had more damage than Sindel. Sindel had more damage than Cyrax. I think it's Cyrax and Kenshi are like right next to each other. Just because it's like it's the only practical use for Shujinko is like the setup potential, and that's it. There's no damage with it. There's no like even the move stealing doesn't do that much damage. Like like all the combos just don't do that much damage. They're not that fun to do, and the only reason you'd want to use it is for setups, and you can easily get like multiple uses out of any other cameo. So yeah, it's like the same with the Cyrax and Kenshi are like the same. The same. All right, Sector. Sector wasn't actually that bad with Shujinko. I'd say it's honestly low B tier. Like any hit kind of led to a pretty cool looking combo. The combos are actually kind of fun to do. Honestly, it might be in front of Raiden. Like Sector Shujinko was surprisingly fun to do. The combos did a decent amount of damage. If you wanted extensions were not that hard to do, especially in the corner. Corner combos are also really like different than the mid screen combos. Screw it, put it in for a Scorpion. Like she surprised me. I was surprised by how much cool stuff I could do with Sector Shujinko. Like this, I feel like this is a super underrated team right here. All right, we moving on, boys. Noob Saibot. Yeah, this is a low S tier, and the only reason I'm putting it as a low S tier is because he does have a lot of damage. Like I think he has more damage than Havoc, but the only thing is the practicality, and that is how difficult it is to actually play the team. Like once you get a crumble stun, like the best way to follow up with that is with a portal, and then the portal can connect after a crumple stun. But the timing is so tight on that you have to be like perfect. You have to input it like perfectly timed in order to actually do it, and it's really hard to do. Like it's pretty tough. But if you do get consistent at that, damn, the damage you can get and the variety of combos you can do is really good. Honestly, I'm gonna put it in front of Havoc. Like, yeah, it is really hard to do, but if once you do get consistent at it, god damn, it's fun. It's so fun. Like corner combos are some of the most coolest corner combos in the game. I think Noob Saibot has the best corner combos in the game. Like, prove me wrong. His corner combos are so freaking cool, and like he has the most variety of corner combos too. Like, oh my god, there's so much stuff you can do with him in the corner. Like variety wise, I think Noob has the best variety with Shujinko, like out of anyone. I might honestly put it in front of General Shao. Actually, I think this is more accurate right here. Okay, we're moving on. Ghostface. God damn it, Ghostface. Why? I love Ghostface, but with Shujinko, he's really not that good. I'd say he's right next to Reptile. Like, he's good with him. You know what? He might be low. He's probably lower than Reptile. Fuck, he might be B tier, man. Like, damage. Fuck, I think he is. He's fun. Oh my god! Okay, here's what I think about Ghostface Shujinko, right? I love this team. This is, I play Shujinko with him. I think I'm kind of getting better with the setups and stuff. It's just the practicality wise and even the damage that is kind of lacking. So, thing is about this team, it's the damage is average, all right? You get like an okay amount of damage with this team, at least compared to some of the other people. Okay, maybe maybe I'm over exaggerating a little bit. The damage is okay. You get like 40 something percent for a move steal if you want to end it in a setup. And then if you don't want to end it in a setup for one bar, you can probably get around like 45 to 47%. And if you want to spend an extra bar, you can end it in like 45, 47% into a setup with one of the other killers. So he is meter hungry. He needs resources to do damage. Otherwise, he's maybe doing like 40 to 42%. So damage is like average to good. Like that's kind of the range. It's the practicality that kind of he struggles with, because opening people up without a Movado cameo is really hard for him. Like, you might think he's really strong because his mix-ups are really good, but Shujinko can't combo from like most of his mix-ups. So he can hit you with like a sweep or a throw, but I mean, he's not going to get anything from that. So it's mainly the practicality and like kind of a little bit of the damage that he suffers from. Fun-wise, I think he's really fun with Shujinko. It's opening people up and the damage that's kind of bad for him. I think I've voiced my opinion on this. All right, moving on to Conan. Where in the S tier am I gonna put him? I think he's probably right here. Thing is with Conan, right? I'd say he's honestly he might be here. Like I'd say these four are more fun than Conan. Screw it, I'll put him here. Okay, practicality wise, right? Conan Shujinko, extremely practical. Like it's his main cameo, I think. Like that is just the best cameo for Conan in my opinion. Is Shujinko. And the damage wise, the damage is also so unbelievably high. Like the damage is so fucking high with this team. Like you get 50% combos every move steal. It's the fun factor that kind of gets stale sometimes. Just because it is pretty much the same combo. Like there's really like two combos you can do. In the corner, you can do some cool stuff like after a crumple stun. There is some variety you can do, but you know, they're not the easiest to do. They are pretty hard to do some of his like really interesting optimals. So like damage and practicality, so unbelievably high. Fun wise, I'd say he gets stale pretty quick for me. That's why I'm putting him in like the lower S tier. Alright. Last but not least, T1000. Yeah, he's probably right here. I love T1000 Shujinko. Like I think this is a very underrated team. If you corner someone with this team, like they're just never ending mix of a team. I don't know why I said it like that. I really struggled to finish that sentence. But yeah, cornering someone with T1000 Shujinko is an absolute nightmare on the other end. And I've shown that off plenty of times of how strong it can be. And then you get in the move stealing, because move stealing combos just do a lot of damage. And then they also lead to like setups in the corner. And you can still get like good mix up pressure like mid screen as well with his standing 4-3-4-3-4. But like yeah, definitely putting them in the corner as quick as you can with this team is so strong. It's ridiculous. But yeah, practicality wise, T1000 has zero problem opening people up on his own. Damage wise, damage is pretty high. I wouldn't say it's as high as some of these other characters, but it is pretty high. Fun factor, I freaking love this team. It's so fun. It's really fun. It's really like the only character I play that I consider kind of cheap because when I do corner you with T1000, yeah, it's just a never-ending cycle of mix, and it feels a little cheap. But I don't know. I'm allowed to feel cheap for at least one character I play. So I think this is it. Do I want to move anyone? I think honestly, I think I'm good with this list. This feels like a pretty well-balanced list. Does Omni-Man deserve to be on the very front? Maybe not. Am I biased? Probably. I think out of hidden gems on here, Melina is like the best hidden gem with Shujinko. I've never seen that team being played by anyone else before. So I'm pretty happy that I'm like one of the first people to really try and play that team and get like decent at it, because my god, the damage and the fun combos you can do is really cool. I do have a guide on pretty much not all of these, not everyone here. I have a guide on a good amount of. I definitely have one on Omni-Man, Melina, T1000, Conan, Reptile, Ghostface, and I have a really old one on Homelander, but it is for Farah, not for Shujinko. So if you're interested in those videos, it's probably in my combo video playlist. But yeah, this is my tier list on who is the best team up with Shujinko. If you have any other different opinions, go ahead and let me know, because I would love to hear some other opinions. Who knows, this list might change later in the future. But this is it for now. I thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later.